Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. We are continuing to add the 1972 Topps cards to the baseball sim in preparation for the season starting sometime later this fall. And we are on to the Texas Rangers. In 1972, the Rangers were in their first season, coming over from Washington, Washington, D.C. They were the Washington Senators. And so this team, it looks like just by giving it a once-over here visually that there's a lot of schlubs on this team. So this might go somewhat quickly. If it does, maybe we'll try to fit in the pitching staff as well. If not, we'll just do that in a separate video. So let's just get started right here on the top with Ed Stroud. Let's go ahead and add this in here, 1972. Ed Stroud. And I have a feeling a lot of these guys are not going to have 1972 cards, including Ed Stroud. I mean, often that means when they don't have a card, especially in a decade in which, there was only one card manufacturer, Topps. If they didn't have a card, then that means they probably were out of baseball by then. Here's Toby Hara. As you can see, we've already got his 1972 card in there. We must have been using it all along. This was likely his rookie year, and our sim, he's already in his fourth year. With this one coming up, and Larry Bittner, we can say the same thing for him. So this is going quickly here. Next one is Gene Martin. Let's take a look and see if we have a 1972 Gene Martin card. I'm guessing that's a big no. No, there are two. Oh, nope. This is amazing. You can, if you saved your ticket stubs from, movie theaters, they can have value. Like, you can, if you saved your ticket stub from 1972 for the Poseidon Adventure, that would be worth some money, but not for Gene Martin. Sorry, Gene. Okay, let's take a look here at Sam Bowen. Sam Bowen is one of three in the everyday lineup for the first time in our sim for the Rangers. No cards. Yeah, this is probably going to go quick. Like Gary Barrickett. This is a guy that doesn't have any cards, I don't think. All right, let's take a look. I don't even know who this guy is. Nope, nothing. Rick Stelmazik. This is a real player. I don't think this is like 74 was his first card that we have here. Already shown, but we'll look it up just to be thorough. Nope. All right. Ed Brinkman. I think Eddie Brinkman was still sticking around. Good defensive shortstop. Did I spot right? Brinkman, yep. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Okay, so here we go. We finally got one. He was on the Tigers in 72. That makes sense. Brinkman, Ed, and swapped them out. Worth $4. I wonder why he would be worth $4. Good question. I don't know. Tom Grieve. He might have a card. Long time general manager for the Rangers. And he does have a card. Should pop up right there. All right, we'll add Grieve. Oops. All right. And we'll replace Grieve. Doug Camilli. I mean, this guy was out of baseball, I think, by 67 or 68 based on that baseball card that already represents him. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to find a Camilli Vanilli But we'll take a look. Nope. All right. Tim Cullen, maybe we have one for him. So we've done something really weird with the Rangers, because this is a Seattle Pilots, what if scenario. The what if part being what if they did not move to Milwaukee. So there is no Milwaukee in this sim. And so what I didn't think about when I created this sim is what would we do when the Rangers were moved from Washington to Texas? Well, now they're going to have to spend 1 year in the American League East while we remain in the West. And then next year, in the 73 season, we are going to move the Chicago White Sox to the East, and then move the Rangers to the West. I think that's what we decided. And when I say we, I guess I really mean me. This is the one thing that I'm just overruling on, because we've had some spirited discussions about it in the comments. But I think that's the best way to handle it. No Jose Vidal. He was on our pilots briefly. And then as a 30-year-old Washington Senator, he got to play almost every day last year. There's Lenny Randall. He's already got a card represented. That's good news. Brant Allier, or Alia, I don't really know how you pronounce that. I do remember that I played a sim once on Baseball Mogul where Brant Allier was on my team, and he does exist. He's on the A's. And I remember I had him as an everyday player, and he was terrible. I wish I could remember what that sim was that I did, what team it was. It may have been the Tigers. I may have sold off my team and had to go with Brant Allier or whatever. Okay, Dick Smith. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this guy probably doesn't have a card. I think he was a one and done, and yet he's sticking around. Yeah, no cards for 72. Frank Coggins. Let's see if he has a card. I doubt it, right? He may be sticking around in our sim, but I don't think he's stuck around in real baseball. Nope. Hank Allen. Yeah, we've got a lot of shlubs here, man. This has got a last place team written all over it. Of course, the Rangers, as he was on the Senators, the Rangers have Ted Williams as their manager. I can only imagine that must have been really tough on a guy like Ted Williams to coach a bunch of schlubs like this. I mean, these guys are all out of baseball. Every one of these we're doing. We may do the pitchers as well, because this will go so quick. Dick Nen, Rob Nen's dad, if you did not know that. Oh, there's Jose Herrera, but this is the different Jose Herrera, not the one that we have in our 98 sim. Did he have a card? No. So let's, I must have, crap. I think I screwed this up. Let's see. Come on, game. Oh. Thanks to James Adams for liking my video. Oh yeah, so I have to replace this Jose Herrera. That's my bad. So let's go in here and edit. Oh, his nickname was Loco. I didn't know that. We'll add a 1, and that'll erase that, and then we'll go, let's see how far we have to go back to find a card for him. Did he have one in 71? No. Does he have one in 70? Yep. All right. Will I lose patience very quickly? Probably. Yep, okay, here we go. There he is. That's the card we'll use for him. HERRERAJOS 1. Boom. And then we'll add, got to go back one. We'll add him to here. And now he should be in here. Yep, there we go. All right. Okay, Dwayne Calmer. A guy that got 239 at bats in our sim last year. Batted 243. No cards. Okay, here's Bernie Allen. Was he still around? Let's find out. Yes. There he is on the Yankees. This was the dead years for the Yankees. Until Reggie got there, right? And that would have been, what, 77 or 78? 78. Move and replace. I think 77, he was in Baltimore for that 1 year when they created free agency. Okay, Paul Casanova. Let's see. Does he have a card? Yeah, he's still hanging in there. Where's he at? He's on the Braves. $4 card. Let's see. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yep, replace it. Frank Howard, you know, wait, I was going to say, you know, Frank Howard's got a card. Maybe he doesn't have a card. I don't remember. Did he have his last year in Detroit? Like he got a couple at bats and that was about it? No, he still exists. On the Rangers, he's got his specs on. There's Howard and FRAN. I mean, on a team this bad, you would think you would find a place for Frank Howard. All the guy did was rake. In 68, the year of the pitcher, he had 44 home runs and 106 RBI. I mean, that's like a legit slugger. Billy Bryan, 2 first names. Let's see if he's got I'm sure he doesn't have a card, right? Nope. All right. Dick Baldwin. All right, let's see here. Nope. Jim Mason. That's a 73 card. I don't think he had a 72 unless he was on one of those rookie cards. With the threesome. Yeah, maybe he is. He is. $1.25. He's on there with Bill Fahey and Tom Ragland. All right, well, we will add him. And then I'll edit that card. And replace it. Dave Winfield's on this team, so he must have been drafted. Let's see, transactions. Yeah, he was a #1 overall pick for Washington in our very first draft. Well, he's 20 years old now. Why is this guy not on the team? Well, I guess he wasn't in real baseball until 1974, so I can't demand it. Well, we know he doesn't have a 72 card. He was still at USC or whatever it was, right? Stan Poppy, or Pappy, I think it's actually pronounced. I remember him on my Tigers. Nope. Joe Nolan. These are all players for the future. These guys are not going to have 1972 cards. Nope. Next up, Steve Dillard. He played 1 year for my Tigers, and I remember really loving that baseball card of his. I don't even really know much about this guy, but those 79 cards or 78 cards, I think he was also on the team for 79, are pretty sweet. The year after that year, whatever year that was. Okay, here's Bill Fahey. Well, we know there's actually a rookie card for him. We'll use that. The same one we just used for Jimmy Mason. Worth a whole $1.25 unless you get the Canadian version, which is $2. Fahey Bill, another Detroit Tiger. Bill Fahey, long time backup catcher. Played forever. Okay, Mike Hart. God, there's so many damn Mike Harts. I know this is the right card for him. He's even got a Texas-style minor league jersey. Nope. Rick Albert. Do you have Rick Albert in a can? Let him out. Okay. Rick Albert. Nope. Hey, there's Jim Morrison. We know he doesn't have a card. In fact, I think that's a 79 photograph. Yeah. All right. Rob Andrews. He's a few years away. We know, I know, you know, we all know that there's no cards for these guys. But I do like to be thorough, and I'm just double checking, and I know that's probably not the best and most interesting way to watch a video, but this is what I do. If I wasn't making this video, I'd still be doing this. All right, Dale Alston, represented there on the Yankees. No, we'll do the pitchers too. I think we're gonna. I don't want to go more than like 45 minutes, but we're cruising along. And this is a team that has nothing but schlubs. James Capehart. Great name. No cards. Somebody out there wants to find me a James Capehart. Somewhere out there on the internet. I'm sure there's something. Here's Steve Davis. And I love this. This is a card right here from our 1981 Detroit Tigers series where I actually paid a guy to create cards for us. And he found actual photos of players, and then he represented them on their actual team that they were on in our sim. And every time we'd have a trade, I would let him know, and then he would just make me a new card with the player on the new team, and he would change the logos and stuff. Brilliant. I paid him for that. And it's still my favorite of all the sim seasons we've done. It is still my favorite of all time. In 1981, because look, we have cards representing everybody on the right team. It's so much fun. Tom Brookins. Love me some Tom Brookins as a Tigers fan. He's my third baseman, not Aurelio Rodriguez. Dave Revering. Yeah, I know there's none of these guys. But we'll get to the pitchers here in a minute. Mike Miley, gone way too soon. That guy died, after his second season? What was his story? No, that's Dave Frisella that died in the dune buggy accident. Mike Miley, I can't remember what happened to him. But was a player who died in season. You know what? Let's find out what it was. We'll click his button here and we'll move along. And it'll pop up. We already did Gary Woods. Michael Agosto's up next. So we've pulled up Baseball Reference. Yeah, he died in 77, age 24. 262 total at-bats. Damn it. Hold on. Yeah, you jerk. Okay, hold on one second here. We go over here to more, and we go down to the Wikipedia. Oh, wow, he played college football, too. I did not know that. We'll check that out, too. Mike Miley's... it was a car accident. Age 23. Died in a car accident in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They named a playground after him. And there is a Mike Miley Stadium. Oh, he went to LSU. Okay, that makes sense. So did he play college football there? At LSU? Yeah, he did. He was the starting quarterback in 1973 and played in the Orange Bowl, losing to Penn State. No, I mean, I knew that he died early. I did not know that he played football. So we learned something today. There you go. Okay, Michael Agosto. I think we're going to need someone to track me down a Michael Agosto out there. Oops. But we always double check. Nope. And we're back to Ed Stroud. Okay. So there we go. Let's move over to the pitchers. And there's not going to be as many, right? That's all there is. So we'll knock this out quick. Larry Durker. He came over as a free agent. I think he was the highest paid free agent in our last free agent class. And he won 19 games for Washington. So that's pretty sweet. It worked out well for them. But I believe he really still was on the Astros in real life. Oops. Larry Durker. Let's find out. Yep. Astros team issue. There's the O-Pee-Chee. And here is the regular card. They look exactly the same. Except on the back of the Canadian card, it's in French as well as English. 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. Joe Coleman, R.I.P. He just passed away like a couple of weeks ago. In 72, he's going to be on the Tigers. And, man, he was freaking great. We got him in the trade where we gave up Denny McLain. And we got Aurelio Rodriguez in that deal, too. There's a 72 Kellogg's. Gosh, I wish those cards were on there. Milton Bradley, Tigers team issue. There's the strikeout leaders card. And then there's his actual card. I barely remember this guy playing for Detroit. Like I would have been, I think he was on the team in 75 or 76. And so I can remember the Detroit News having the the player listings, you know. Jeffrey Vollweiler, we know there isn't one for him. We look every year for him. He just doesn't have one. This guy barely ever really existed. And somehow he's considered really good in this game. And Jeffrey Vollweiler, yeah. Well, we check. Dick Bosman. Was he still around in 72? I think he was, right? Yeah, I think he ended up playing for Seattle Toronto. He played for the Blue Jays their first year. I don't think he actually played in a game, but they have a card for him. So he pitched for a while. All right, Dickey. Yeah, so he made the trip from Washington to Texas. There's Mike Thompson. Come on, there we go. With a 73 card, so I don't know if he's going to have a 72 or not. Let's find out. Nope. So 73 will work for one more year. Darold. What a dumb name. That's just a dumb name. All right. He's got to be from the South. No offense to Southern people. Hey, there he is on the A's. Knowles. Let's see, where is he from? Look at his vitals. Missouri. Okay. Dennis Higgins. Let's see if he's got a card. He's their closer in our sim. 21 saves last year. Yep, he does. On the Cardinals, though. Higgins. That is 7 and down. All right, and he'll replace Dave Baldwin. I don't know. Let's see. Dave Baldwin. Nope. Jim Miles. He had a 70 card. Did he have a 72 card? He did not. Okay. Jan Dukes. He had a 70 card. Did he have a 72 card? Nope. Jackie Brown. Let's see if he had one. He had a 71. And he does not have a 72. He does have a Venezuelan Winter League sticker. Okay. Dick Such. Good last name. That's a good last name. Did he have a 7? No. These are all one-hit wonders in real life. Now, Bill Gogolewski, he had a long career. Well, maybe not a long career, but he played several years for the Rangers, so I know he's going to have a card. Pardon me while I grab a little drink here. Okay. There he is. Go, Lou, Ski. That's 10 characters. That's perfect. Boom. He's got an 82 rating, and on this team, he can't even get into the bullpen. He's got a low endurance. That's the problem. He's kind of a long reliever, really. Jim Schellenbach, he's going to be on here. I know that. Oh, maybe not. Rangers team issue, but that's it. Jim Hanna. Lots of Jims, lots of Dicks. All right. Jim Hannon. A Milton Bradley card. I still don't know what these damn Milton Bradley cards are. Maybe we'll, you know what? When we're done with this, because this won't take us long, we're going to look up those damn cards. Find out what are they. Roop Toppin. I don't know who that is, but I actually found something for him apparently. 72, nada. Here's Casey Cox. We saw him a few times. I think he's got a card in 72, if I remember correctly. Yep. And he was on the Rangers. Yeah, you notice all the Rangers all have profiles where you can't see the hat. That's because they're still wearing their Washington Senators, I would imagine. They probably didn't even know what the logo was going to be yet. Bill Dennehy. That is a 68 card, so he's not going to be on here. Nope. Dick Baldwin. All right. Leon Hooten. I have a feeling that's the only Leon Hooten we'll ever have. Rootin' Tootin' Hooten. Leon Hooten. I wonder if he can't be related to Bert Hooten, right? How many Hootens are there? The Hooten brothers. The Hooten brothers are hollering. Okay, I'll take it as far as I can go. Gary Carter, but not that Gary Carter. That Gary Carter. Not the kid. Although he's 22 years old. Okay, 72 Gary Carter. Oh, there is a 72 Gary Carter. Oh, no, that's a different. That is the actual Gary Carter. Wallace Smallwood. You'd want to change your name to Bigwood. Smallwood. If anybody wants to find me a Smallwood, as well as a Gary Carter from 72, not the Gary Carter, different one. Hey, here's Pete Broberg. He's already got a card. Nice. Why isn't that guy on the team then? Mike, what you talking about, Willis? Let's see. What are you talking about? No, nothing. Jeff Turpko. Turpko. Oh, there's one. Oh, yeah, it's part of that weird series. We don't even know what that is. Chip Lang. Oops. Oh, damn it. Lamg. There we go. Nope. Dale Rovit. I mean, we're really getting to the bottom of the barrel here. But these are players who actually played in the majors. Nothing. And we're back to Larry Durker. Okay, so we finished the Rangers pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then just for shits and giggles, let's search for 1972 Milton Bradley on the interwebs and find out what the hell is a 1972 Milton Bradley. Is it like a board game? Baseball? Tabletop baseball? Milton Bradley. Baseball cards. Oh, maybe it is a game. Let's find out. Oh, I probably should have chose baseball, right? No, I'm dumb. 1972 Milton Bradley baseball cards. Okay, well, let's click on that. Oh, that's what they look like right there. Let's click on that. Is it too late? These are on eBay. So these are some black and white. Ah, crap. Whoa, there's 762 cards in the set? These are the ones that are graded by PSA. I guess that's actually kind of interesting. You can see the population for these. Hank Aaron. One is graded a 9. Okay, so there's, yeah. Okay, I just want to know what they look like. I'm sorry. But that's interesting. I bet you these are not easy to come by. All right, let's take one more look here. My apologies. There's a Milton Bradley seance game. That might be fun. Trading card database. Yeah, I mean, they're just, obviously they're black and white cards of players from this year. There's Leon McFadden represented there. All right. Oh, here we go. Well, let's look at Hank Aaron. That'll be the one representative. They're listed alphabetically because there's no number. Okay. There's the front to back. Okay, so it is like a board game. And based on dice, apparently, because there's 12. Huh. I wonder on eBay if you can find the baseball game. Let's see what that's going for. Let's go to eBay. I'm sure this is thrilling, but I mean, maybe you want to know too? I don't know. Oh, let's go. Oh, don't look at my feedback. Okay, this is a 1972 Milton Bradley baseball game. Let's see if we can find any in box. It's got to be expensive because the cards are worth so much. Is that it? Game, board, box, and directions. No pieces. So there's no cards. Oh, that's kind of cool. This might make a good prize for a future giveaway. Let's see. Okay. Well, it's not in good shape. Oh, let's see. Wait, I want to open it up here. Come on. I think because I'm recording, it's probably slowed it all down. Oh, neat. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you must have a lineup or something on each side. You probably have little pegs that you move along. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, wait, this says 1969 though. You probably noticed that before I did. Well, that's not what we want. Okay, well, we get the general idea. It's probably just like that, but 1972. Okay, guys. Hey, man, thanks for sticking around. What's the next team we're doing? Next team will be Baltimore. We'll do Baltimore tomorrow and wrap up that team. Appreciate everyone sticking. Great day.